Chosen one, you have no idea what is coming next. This is the final step. Listen carefully, because what you are about to hear is not random, and it is not arriving in your life by accident. I am speaking to you now because the moment you are standing in is far more important than you realize, and if you turn away too quickly, you may miss something that was prepared for you long before this day arrived. The reason your heart feels stirred right now is because you are standing at the edge of a moment that can shift the direction of your life. The final step has come closer than you think, and I do not want you to overlook it. Before we go further, declare your faith and presence by typing Amen in the comments. You have walked through confusion, delay, disappointment, and silence, and there were many nights when you believed nothing was moving for you. Yet while you thought the road had ended, I was quietly arranging pieces that you could not see. What felt like waiting was actually preparation, and what felt like loss was actually redirection. The reason this moment feels different now is because you have reached the last stage of a process that began long before you understood it. The final step means that everything that shaped you was leading to this exact point. Many people think the final step is the easiest part of the journey, but in truth, it is often the moment when doubt tries to speak the loudest. When someone comes close to receiving what was promised, fear tries to return and whisper that nothing will change. I see the way you have questioned your path and wondered if your efforts mattered. Yet I tell you this clearly today: your perseverance was not wasted, and your faith did not disappear into silence. What you carried through hardship has brought you to a doorway that is about to open. If this moment is touching your spirit, and you feel the weight of these words settling in your heart, take a second to like the video, so more people who are standing at their own final step can also receive encouragement and strength. Small actions often become the spark that spreads hope farther than you imagine. What you are hearing right now is meant to reach people who thought heaven had forgotten them. When faith spreads, chains of discouragement begin to fall away. That is how light moves through the world. Now understand what the final step truly means. It is not simply the arrival of a blessing or a reward waiting at the end of a long path. The final step is the moment when everything inside you aligns with what I have been preparing outside of you. Many people want the outcome, but resist the transformation that prepares them to carry it. Yet you kept walking even when you felt unsure, and that endurance shaped your heart. Because of that, you are standing where many people stop before the breakthrough. I have watched you grow stronger in ways you did not notice at the time. The struggles that once made you feel small were actually stretching your courage. The delays that frustrated you were quietly teaching patience and resilience. Even the people who misunderstood you played a role in sharpening your awareness and your wisdom. All of those moments combined have brought you to the threshold of something new. The final step also requires trust. When you reach the edge of change, your mind often tries to return to familiar ground because uncertainty can feel uncomfortable. Yet the path ahead is not empty, even if you cannot see every detail. I am guiding what unfolds next, just as I guided you through the seasons that led here. The same presence that carried you through difficulty is still standing with you now. Your story is not defined by the moments when you nearly gave up. It is defined by the quiet strength that kept you moving forward when you had no guarantee of what would happen next. There were times when you felt unseen and unheard, but I saw every effort and every prayer. Nothing you offered in faith was ignored. The final step is arriving now because the preparation is complete. Some people will not understand what begins to change in your life from this moment forward. They may think events are random or that you were simply lucky, yet you know the road you traveled to arrive here. You know the nights of reflection, the silent prayers, and the determination that kept you going when no one else noticed. Your journey was never ordinary, and neither is what is about to unfold. There is something powerful about the moment just before a new chapter opens. It carries a quiet tension, a feeling that something unseen is shifting behind the scenes. That is the place you are standing in now. What is coming next will not look the same as what you have been leaving behind. A new level of clarity and opportunity is beginning to form around your life. Hold on to your faith during this transition, because the final step often asks you to move forward even when you cannot predict the exact outcome. Courage is not the absence of uncertainty. Courage is choosing to trust the path when your heart senses that something meaningful is waiting ahead. That trust is what separates those who stop early from those who reach the promise. Let your voice declare belief once more so your heart stays anchored in faith. Comment 1010. The road ahead will reveal things that once seemed impossible to you. Doors that remained closed will begin to move, and paths that seemed hidden will become visible. The reason you could not see them earlier is because the timing was not complete. Now the season is shifting, and the preparation you carried through hardship is about to show its purpose. Remember this clearly as you step forward. You were never abandoned in the quiet seasons of your life. I was shaping you, protecting you, and guiding you even when the path felt confusing. The final step is not the end of your story. It is the moment when everything that formed you begins to unfold into something greater than you expected. What is the real story behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that helps ordinary people eliminate debt and attract major wealth. With support from 4 neuroscience labs, this simple method practiced at home is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government may remove this information at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Many moments in your life seemed scattered and unrelated. There were experiences that felt like detours and relationships that appeared to arrive only to leave again, yet none of those moments were wasted. Every encounter and every challenge was shaping the strength and clarity that you carry now. What once looked like pieces that did not fit together are slowly forming a picture that is beginning to make sense. You often wondered why certain doors closed even when you had worked so hard to reach them. In those moments, you believed something valuable had been taken away from you. But what you could not see then is what you can begin to understand now. Some doors had to close so you would not settle for something smaller than what was prepared ahead of you. I watched the times when disappointment tried to convince you that your efforts meant nothing. I saw the moments when you questioned your worth and wondered if your dreams were too large for your reality. Those thoughts passed through your mind like storms passing through the sky, yet you kept moving forward, even when your steps were slow. That quiet determination has carried you farther than you realize. There is power in the kind of patience you learn during those seasons. The world often tells people to rush and force things into place. But the path I lead people through is different. Growth that lasts is not built in haste. It is built through moments of reflection, humility, and quiet perseverance. The reason you are hearing these words now is because the preparation stage is coming to completion. You have reached a moment where what was planted during difficult seasons is ready to begin showing its results. The seeds that were buried in faith are starting to push through the surface. What looked like empty ground is beginning to reveal life. Some people believe blessings arrive suddenly without warning, yet most of the time, They grow quietly beneath the surface, long before anyone notices them. Your life has been moving through that hidden stage for longer than you realized. Many of the answers you hoped for were already being arranged while you were still searching for direction. Think about how far you have come compared to the person you used to be. Your understanding is deeper now. Your awareness of people and situations is sharper. You have learned how to recognize truth even when it is surrounded by noise. Those changes did not happen by accident. They were forming the strength you needed for what is about to appear in your life. There will be moments ahead that remind you why every struggle had meaning. You will see connections that once seemed impossible to understand. Events that looked like setbacks will reveal themselves as protection. And people who once walked away will no longer hold the same weight in your heart. The final step is not about proving yourself to anyone. It is about stepping into the clarity that was waiting for you all along. When a person reaches this stage, the confusion that once surrounded their path begins to fade. What once felt uncertain starts to feel steady. You begin to move forward with confidence instead of hesitation. Keep your spirit grounded as these changes unfold. Growth can feel unfamiliar at first because it moves you beyond the boundaries you once accepted as normal, but you are not stepping into something foreign. You are stepping into what was always meant for you. Let your voice declare your faith again as a reminder that you are not walking this path alone. Comment 777. Your courage has already carried you through the most difficult parts of your journey. What lies ahead is not meant to break you. It is meant to reveal what you were becoming through every challenge. Strength often grows quietly, unnoticed, until the moment it is finally needed. You may soon notice opportunities appearing where there once seemed to be none. Conversations may open doors you did not expect. Ideas may come to you with a clarity that surprises you. These are not random occurrences. They are signs that your path is moving into alignment with what was prepared for you. Remember that every step forward requires a willing heart. The final stage of a journey often asks you to trust more deeply than before. It asks you to move with faith, even when every detail is not yet visible. But that trust is what allows new possibilities to unfold. There is also something important you must understand about the people around you. Not everyone will recognize the change happening in your life right away. Some may still see you through the lens of your past struggles. Others may question the direction you choose. Their doubts do not define your path. The transformation happening within you will eventually speak louder than any explanation you could give. Your actions, your peace, and your clarity will reveal that something real has shifted in your life. People who once underestimated you will begin to see the strength that was forming all along. But this journey is not about proving others wrong. It is about embracing the life that has been unfolding for you step by step. When you focus on your purpose instead of your critics, your energy remains clear and your direction stays steady. The final step also brings responsibility. When clarity arrives, you begin to see how your choices affect not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. Your growth becomes a light that others can follow when they feel lost. The lessons you learned during hardship become wisdom that can guide someone else. That is why your journey mattered so deeply. Every moment of perseverance built a foundation that will support not only your future, but also the people whose lives will cross your path. Strength shared with others multiplies its impact far beyond what one person can achieve alone. Is it time for you to try the same secret CIA ritual that is changing lives within seconds? A newly leaked study connected to the CIA reveals a 7-second money ritual, transforming people's lives almost overnight. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains the mind to attract wealth naturally. People who once struggled financially are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and travel. But this secret might not remain online much longer. Click the description and comments now before it is removed. Do not rush the unfolding of what is coming next. Even though you are near the final step of this stage, the path ahead will still reveal itself gradually. Each new experience will bring another layer of understanding. Each new opportunity will invite you to grow even further. Stay present as these moments appear. Sometimes the greatest changes arrive quietly rather than dramatically. They show themselves through simple conversations, unexpected connections, or ideas that spark new direction. Pay attention to the small shifts, because they often lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Your story is still unfolding, and what you have seen so far is only a portion of what is possible. The road that once felt uncertain is becoming clearer with every step you take. What lies ahead is not something to fear, it is something to welcome with faith and courage. Take another moment to anchor your heart in trust and gratitude. Comment 1212. As you move forward from this point, remember that the same strength that carried you through difficulty will continue guiding you through success. Humility will keep your spirit balanced. Gratitude will keep your vision clear. And faith will keep your steps steady. You have come too far to doubt the purpose that has been unfolding in your life. The final step of this stage is opening the door to something larger than what you once imagined. What once seemed distant is drawing closer. Growth often happens quietly. Many times, you did not even realize that your perspective was shifting, yet every experience you walked through was shaping the way you understand yourself and the path ahead. What once confused you now reveals meaning. What once hurt you now carries lessons that strengthen your spirit. You must understand that reaching the final step does not mean your journey suddenly becomes perfect. Life will still hold challenges and moments of uncertainty, but the difference now is the way you will face those moments. You are no longer the same person who once stood at the beginning of this road. The strength you gained was built during the seasons when you felt unseen. Those quiet battles formed courage that cannot easily be shaken. Even when you felt alone, your heart was learning to endure. That endurance is now becoming one of your greatest gifts. Some people look at strong individuals and assume their strength came easily. They see the confidence and calmness, but never witness the struggles that built it. Your story carries those hidden chapters. The nights when you questioned everything, the days when you pushed forward despite exhaustion, and the moments when you chose faith over fear. Those moments were not wasted. Each one added another layer to the foundation you stand on today. Now, when uncertainty appears, it no longer feels like an enemy. It feels like an invitation to trust the path that has already carried you so far. The final step you are approaching is not about proving your worth to the world. Your worth was never dependent on approval from others. The final step is about accepting the truth that has always existed within you. You were created with purpose, and your path has been unfolding exactly as it needed to. There will soon be moments when things begin to move in ways you did not expect. Opportunities may appear through people you never thought would cross your path again. Ideas may come to your mind that suddenly feel clear and powerful. These moments are signs that alignment is beginning to take place. Alignment happens when your inner growth meets the opportunities waiting outside of you. For a long time you were developing strength within, while the world around you seemed unchanged. Now those two forces are beginning to meet. When that happens, life can start moving forward in ways that once seemed impossible. But even in this moment of change, remain humble and aware. The strength you carry was not meant to create pride, it was meant to create wisdom. Wisdom allows you to move forward with calm understanding rather than rushing blindly toward every opportunity. Take a moment to affirm your faith and presence again. Comment 555. Your voice matters more than you realize. When you declare your faith openly, it strengthens not only your own spirit, but also the hearts of others who may be watching quietly. There are people who are walking through struggles similar to the ones you once faced. When they see someone standing with courage and belief, it reminds them that hope still exists. That is why your journey carries meaning beyond your own life. Every step forward you take becomes an example that someone else can follow. Every moment when you choose faith over doubt sends a signal that strength is possible even during difficult times. You may not always see the impact of your actions right away. Sometimes the influence of your story spreads quietly, touching lives in ways you never hear about. But the light you carry has a way of reaching people who need it the most. As the next stage of your life unfolds, remember that true strength is balanced by compassion. The hardships you experienced have given you a deeper understanding of how fragile people can feel during their lowest moments. That understanding allows you to extend kindness instead of judgment. Many people who appear confident on the outside are silently fighting battles that others cannot see. Your awareness of this truth will help you treat people with patience and empathy. The strength you gained will allow you to lift others rather than look down on them. The final step is also about clarity. You are beginning to see which relationships in your life bring peace and which ones drain your energy. This awareness is important because the next chapter of your journey requires space for growth. Some connections will naturally move closer to you, while others may fade away. Do not feel guilt for letting certain paths close behind you. Growth often means leaving behind what no longer fits the person you are becoming. Holding onto the past too tightly can prevent the future from opening fully. Why is the government supposedly trying to keep this 7-second brain ritual hidden? A major CIA leak has revealed a short brain practice that is helping ordinary people eliminate debt and welcome wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this simple method done at home is turning financial struggles into better lives. People are now getting homes, vehicles, and vacations. But this secret could disappear at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. As you step forward, you will also notice that your intuition becomes stronger. The quiet voice within you that once felt uncertain will begin speaking with more confidence. Trust that voice. It is part of the guidance that has been developing through every experience you have lived. There will be moments when decisions must be made quickly. In those moments, pause and listen to the calm sense of direction inside your heart. That quiet certainty will often guide you more accurately than the loud opinions around you. Another important truth is that the path ahead will not always be understood by everyone around you. Some people may question your choices simply because they cannot see what you see. Their uncertainty does not mean you are wrong. It only means they are viewing your journey from a different place. Continue moving forward with steady confidence. You do not need approval from the entire world to follow the direction placed in your heart. The courage to trust your path is one of the greatest strengths a person can possess. Before we continue, take another moment to declare your trust openly. Comment 1515. Let those numbers stand as a symbol of your faith and your willingness to step forward into what lies ahead. When you declare belief, you remind your spirit that fear does not control your future. The final step of this season is now unfolding around you. The lessons you learned, the patience you developed, and the strength you built are all coming together. What once felt like scattered pieces of a puzzle are beginning to reveal a clear picture. Your life is not defined by the hardships that tried to stop you. It is defined by the courage that kept you moving forward, even when the outcome was uncertain. That courage is the reason you are standing at this moment today. Stay attentive to the small signs appearing around you. Sometimes guidance comes through simple moments that are easy to overlook. A conversation, a new idea, or even a sudden sense of clarity can be the spark that leads to a major change. You are closer now than you have ever been to understanding why your journey unfolded the way it did. Every challenge, every delay, and every moment of patience carried meaning that is now becoming visible. For a long time, you were learning lessons that did not make sense while you were living through them. Many days felt like tests of patience and endurance. You wondered why progress seemed slow when your effort was sincere, yet those seasons were shaping a foundation that could support the future that is approaching. Without those lessons, the opportunities ahead would not have the same strength beneath them. The final step often arrives quietly because it asks you to recognize the transformation within yourself. The person who once doubted their direction has become someone who understands the power of perseverance. The one who once feared rejection has learned that true purpose cannot be stopped by the opinions of others. The heart that once felt fragile has become resilient through every challenge it faced. You may begin to notice how differently you respond to situations that once troubled you deeply. Where there was once frustration, there is now patience. Where there was once fear, there is now calm awareness. These changes show how much you have grown during the seasons when it felt like nothing was happening. Growth is not always visible while it is occurring. Just like a seed buried beneath the soil, transformation happens quietly before it ever appears on the surface. Your journey has been moving through that hidden stage for a long time. Now the first signs of visible change are beginning to emerge. Many people search endlessly for a single moment that will transform their lives overnight. Yet the truth is that meaningful change happens through a series of steps that slowly reshape the direction of a person's path. You have been walking through those steps even when you did not realize it. Each experience was preparing you for this moment. Take a moment now to declare your belief and anchor your faith. Comment 333. When you speak those numbers, you are not simply writing a phrase. You are reminding your heart that faith still leads your path. You are declaring that even when the future cannot be fully seen, trust remains stronger than doubt. The final step you are approaching is not about reaching a destination where everything becomes easy. Instead, it is about stepping into a new level of understanding about who you are and why your journey unfolded the way it did. That understanding will bring a peace that cannot easily be shaken. You have learned that setbacks are not always signs of failure. Sometimes they are signs that your path is being redirected towards something more meaningful. What once felt like obstacles were actually guiding your steps away from places that were not meant for you. Think about the moments when you felt discouraged and considered giving up. In those moments, it seemed easier to walk away from your dreams and settle for something smaller. Yet something within you refused to quit completely. That inner strength kept whispering that there was more ahead. That quiet determination was not random. It was the spark of purpose that remained alive within you even during your hardest seasons. Now that spark is beginning to grow brighter because the time for movement has arrived. As new opportunities appear, you may notice that your confidence grows naturally. This confidence is not arrogance or pride. It is the calm awareness that you have already survived challenges that once seemed impossible. When a person has walked through storms and remained standing, the fear of the next storm becomes much smaller. The path ahead will bring moments of discovery. You will see connections between events that once seemed unrelated. Situations that confused you in the past will suddenly make sense. These realizations will show you that your journey was always being guided step by step. Some people around you may begin to notice this change before you fully recognize it yourself. They may comment on your calmness or your renewed sense of direction. They may ask what caused the shift they see in your life. What they are witnessing is the result of your perseverance finally bearing fruit. Do you know why people everywhere are suddenly talking about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave technique that allegedly leaked from the CIA is reportedly changing lives across the globe. Supported by neuroscience, this short 7-second practice is helping everyday people attract money, freedom, and luxury into their lives. If you are seeing this right now, you are lucky because the page might disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments to discover the secret before it gets removed. Remember that this transformation did not happen in a single day. It was built through countless moments when you chose to keep going, even when your energy was low. Every time you decided to stand up after disappointment, you strengthened the foundation beneath your future.